I'm going to talk about collateral-free student loans to study abroad at more than 750 universities across the globe. So, how can you do that? First of all, log on to edvisory.in. This needs to be the URL, edvisory.in, and you have to click on More. Just go to the section where you see student loan, click on student loan, and then you'd be able to see lot many options: Empower Financing, Prodigy Finance, SGFC Credla. Now, SGFC Credla is something that most of Indian students are always pretty much aware of because it's an Indian bank. Empower Financing at the moment only serves students who are planning to study in US or Canada, which is North America. Now, we are going to talk about Prodigy Finance today, specifically because of the fact that Prodigy Finance supports international schools across the globe, and that too more than 750 in number. So all you have to do is basically click on Prodigy Finance, and this is the window that will appear in front of you. All you have to do is basically click on Apply Now. Now, the moment you click on Apply Now, you'd have to create your account. Now, I have already created an account, so I'm not going to do that again. What you have to do is basically enter your preferred name, not necessarily your own full name, but your preferred name, then your email address, and then of course your password. Your password needs to follow these guidelines. Then you need to click on all three boxes below and click on Create Account. An email would be sent to your email ID which you entered here, which you have to click on, and then your account would be activated. The moment your account is activated, you would see something like this. Now, this is the email ID I used, this is the password I used, and this is why I see the screen like this. Now I'm able to sign into my account. I need to click on Sign In. Now, what happens? You see here under Review MBA, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is a test account which I had created, but I'm going to do it again to help you understand how Prodigy Finance Advisory Partner works. You have to click on New Loan Application, and then you have to answer certain questions. This is an agreement where you have to tick and click on Get Started. And then, which country do you currently live in? You have to enter India, because if you're an Indian student, you have to click on India, or you can, click on any country where you are living right now. Next, which state or province do you live in? I live in Gurgaon, so I'm gonna fill Haryana. Click on Next. Have you lived in Haryana for past 3 years? If you have, be honest. If you haven't, again, be honest. I have already been living in Haryana for past 10 years, so I'm gonna click on Yes. Click on Next. What citizenships do you have? You have to enter your own citizenship. For me, it's India. Click on Next. What country do you consider your home? For me, it's India always. So I'll click on Next. Which schools do you want to go to? Now that depends on your school list. If you want to go to IIM Ahmedabad, obviously it's not in the list because it's an application to study abroad. Let's enter a university again. We entered this, but again, this is not there. Why? Because I told you there are 750 schools which are supported. Which are the schools? We are going to come back to that in a moment, but right now let's enter Harvard. Okay, now if I click on Harvard Graduate School of Arts and Sciences, I'll click on Next. Search for your course. I'll rather write MBA. MBA is not taught at Harvard School of Arts. So these are the programs. Let's write MA, and these are the programs which are available. So I'll click on Masters in Design Engineering. Next. There are no supported classes for this course at the time, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back again, and now this time I'm going to write Harvard again, and I'm going to write Harvard Business School. Click on Next. And then you write your program. I'll write MBA. Click on Next. Which class you'll be joining? The next class is 2021, so I'm going to write 2021. You can write any class: 2022, 2022 second year, 2023 first year. I'm going to write 2022 first year. Okay. Next. What is your date of birth? My date of birth is going to be this. You can write your own date of birth. Click on Next. Looks like you're eligible. Keep going to get a detailed offer. Now, these are the things that you have to enter here. Check eligibility, personal details, personal finances, employment, loan details, get your code. Don't worry, this application is not more than a couple of minutes. So click on Continue. This is my name on my passport. Next. What is your current address? My current address is this, so I'm gonna write that. What is your phone number? This is my phone number. Okay, what is your gender? This is my gender. Which test have you taken? EA, GMAT, GRE, LSAT. If you haven't taken a test, click here. I'll rather click on GMAT because I'm going for Harvard MBA. Click on next, enter your GMAT score. I'll write an imaginary score, 720. You don't have to write your imaginary score, you have to write your actual score. Otherwise, your application might be in a trouble. Click on next. And then, do you have any assets in your name? If you don't have any assets, click here. And I believe if you're a student, you wouldn't have a property by your name, but you might have investments or savings. So I'll rather click on savings, enter amount. In INR, I'll rather select, yeah, INR, and then I'll write, okay, I have savings of 10 lakhs, and that includes my parents' savings as well for my education. And then I'll click on next. Do you have any other loans? No. What is your outstanding credit card debt? Well, I don't have any debt. So I'll write you clear your balance each month. Or you can click on don't have any outstanding credit. Rather click here. And then how much work experience do you have? If you're applying for Harvard MBA, you need to have more than 2 to 3 years of work experience. I'll write 5 years. Next. Are you currently employed? Yes. How much is your gross monthly salary? I'll say it's 50,000. Okay, you can write as much as you can. Obviously, it needs to be true. So let's say if I'm working for 3 to 4 years and I'm working with an IT company, my salary supposedly is around 50,000 rupees. I'll write 50,000. I'll click on next. What company do you work for? I'll write TCS. Click on next. What country is your office in? You'll write India. Click on next. I joined the company in January. I'll say 2017. I plan to leave the company in June 20. Now okay, there is no 2021, so I'm gonna write 2020. Why there is no 2021? Okay, might be a technical glitch, but you click on 2020 and then rather you select December. Okay, January. I'll select June 2020. Click on next. Have you already secured a full-time job for after graduation? Let's say yes. How much will your future salary be? Okay, let's say you can make an estimate, and that depends on, tell us your gross salary that you see on job offer, which is the number before taxes deducted. So how much your future salary could be, just make a guess, and you write annually. Let's say you have a package of 15 lakhs. Okay, that's, how much is that? Yeah, it's 15 lakhs. Click on next. Okay, the total cost of your loan is around 221,000. That's the kind of loan that you need for Harvard MBA. Believe me or not, it's a very expensive MBA, and we have always believed that Harvard is not just a university; it's an exclusive club. Anyway, if you're not going to Harvard, then obviously your tuition fee would be drastically low. But let's say if the Harvard tuition fees and other expenses, make it worth 221,000, then it says we get this amount from your school, and it includes 146,880 for tuition and 74,600 for your living cost. So if you're going for a Harvard MBA, your entire expenditure is going to be around 221,000. Now that's another thing, that in Europe you can do 10 MBAs in this cost, but let's not get into that. Okay, see the breakdown of your course, you can check that here. Click on next. Now, do you have funds from any of these sources? Confirm scholarships, companies, sponsorships, other loans. Click on scholarships if you have received one, okay? Now, if you have received a scholarship, which I'm going to write here, because most of the students who apply for any university, they get certain amount of scholarship. So I'm going to write $50,000 of scholarship for the remainder of your course. And that is for the first year. Let's say for the remainder of course, I've got another 50,000 and write add funds. Okay, click on next. Now, great. Let's look at your budget for 2020, 2021. How much do you want to borrow? You need to borrow between 15,000 to 60,000. Okay, so if the maximum amount is 60,000, you can't really, take more than that. So I'm going to write 60,000. Personal savings you plan to use. Let's say I write 10,000 USD of savings. Contributions from friends and family. Let's say my friends and family are going to contribute for another 10,000 USD. Click on next. Now, it says minimum loan size is $15,000. please check your loan amount. That's the minimum. Okay, so I'm gonna write enter amount again, 50,000. Personal savings I plan to use, let's say 5,000. Contributions 1,000. Okay, click on next. Have you ever defaulted on a loan? If you have, please write yes. If you haven't, please write no and click on next. Do you have a criminal record? If you have, click on yes. I believe you won't, click on no. Because all the people who watch this advisory YouTube channel, they are not criminals. They are lovely, wonderful, beautiful people. So they don't have a criminal record. Click on no and click on next. See an example of how we calculate interest. You can click here and check the interest rates, but of course you can do that later. But my job is to let you know how to complete this application. So you tick here, click on next. Can you confirm the following? You've never been declared bankrupt or insolvent? Yes. Submitting application. Voila. To continue with your application, you need to have additional non-debt funds. This is the summary. First period of studies, Harvard University, Harvard Business School, MBA, grad year 2022, first year. What we asked for was $60,000. What Prodigy can do is close to 24,000 USD, which is, to be precise, 23,397. Why? Because given our current financial situation, this is the maximum they can offer. We take care to ensure you don't graduate with overly burdensome debt. Now, the estimated interest rate would be 9.63% or above the 3-month USD LIBOR. Estimated APR would be 10.24%. Loan duration term would be 15 years. Estimated monthly payment would be $290 per month, which doesn't seem to be huge because after Harvard, you're going to be earning a lot. Now, so this is the amount that Prodigy Finance is going to fund you. But of course, if you have more funds to back your education, more family support, or maybe no debts or more savings, or some kind of liquidity, then this amount can be definitely higher. But the kind of application we filled, on the basis of that, out of 60, Prodigy is going to provide with 24,000 USD of educational loan support. Now what you can do is, how would you like to continue? You would select either of these. Have a non-debt funding now, would like to proceed to the verification process. You can click here and you can click on savings, or you can click on please keep my application active for the next 30 days, which I source while I source the additional non-debt funding, and then you can get this increased maybe. And then the third option is, I do not wish to proceed, please withdraw my application. So obviously this is a test application only for understanding purpose, so I'm not going to proceed further. But if you want to proceed further, click on the first or second option, click on submit my selection, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to rather click on I do not wish to proceed, please withdraw my application. So this is how you can apply for up to 100% of student loan funding with Prodigy Finance. And that is without collateral, without guarantor, without any other kind of civil history. Because in India, even if you need a loan for 24,000 USD, State Bank of India would not be doing that, because in India, only 7.5 lakhs worth of loan is provided collateral free for studying abroad, and up to 4.5 lakhs of loan is provided to study in India. I hope you got the point. So I'm going to click on withdrawing my application. I click on submit my selection, but obviously if you want to apply, if you're a student, click on proceed, and now I have withdrawn my application. Now I told you what schools are the ones where you are eligible. So these are the schools, okay? You have business category, STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, mathematics, public policy, law, health sciences. I'm going to click on business. Now these are the schools where you can apply for education loan. Obviously all the schools are not going to be here. Let's write what schools are here in India. In India, you only have, how many? Just one, which is Indian School of Business, Hyderabad, ISB. Rather, it's mentioned Punjab here, but because ISB also has a campus in Mohali, but I believe both of the campuses are supported by Prodigy. But in India, there's just one. However, there are many schools in US. Let's write France. How many schools are there in France? You have Grenoble, you have ESSEC, you have INSEAD, you have EMDR, you have ESCP, you have ESSEC. Let's write Germany. You have HHL, you have Mannheim University, you have WHU. Now let's write UK. Okay, UK, you have City University, you have Duke, you have Lancaster, you have London Business School, you have University of Cambridge, you have so many. You have the University of London, London School of Economics. So what you can do is just type Control F, write the name of your university. For me, let's say if I write University of Texas, is it there? Well, yes. Texas A&M, Texas Christian, Texas Tech. So this is how you can check the list of the schools that you are eligible for, and you can apply for a loan with Prodigy Finance. As I was telling you, there are more than 750 schools which are currently supported over by Prodigy Finance for business, engineering, law, public policy, medical, and are expanding all the time. So I believe you like this video. I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope you are able to study abroad, because in India, there are lots of troubles if you want to study abroad, especially during the funding, because a lot of middle class students are not able to go abroad because of loan issues, because of collateral, because of civil history. Prodigy Finance is one platform where you can, actually apply for education loan with a lot more confidence and lot less hassle. So I hope you're able to study abroad. If you have any issues, please reach out to us. Please reach out to Prodigy Finance, and it's absolutely free. Advisory doesn't charge anything, and Advisory provides pro bono consulting to a lot many Indian students. Prodigy Finance is going to support you without any collateral, without any guarantor. So make the most of it and go to the business school, go to the engineering school, go to the university that you've been dreaming of. A lot many companies would tell you that, we are going to help you, we are going to do that, we are going to do that. But trust me, this is the best platform that you can actually make the most of to study abroad without having any hassles. So once again, thank you so much. For more questions and queries, please follow us on Instagram. If you have any queries, you can just write in the comment section below. You can tag your friends as well who are planning to study abroad, or you can simply DM us on Instagram. The link is below. Once again, thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Take care of yourself and do well in life.